years, no one saw this man. Years later, someone called from Italy and said they went on a journey with him from Ghana through West Africa to Libya, and they wanted to cross the Mediterranean Sea to Europe, but he couldn't make it. I was really sad. I asked myself, why should this happen? So from that day, I had so many thoughts. I know now there is no slave trade and that sort, but I can tell you, we are still chained as Africans, especially those people who grew up in the African communities in Africa. So I got the title of my book, Chains Beyond Borders. I realize now we are not chained physically, but mentally we are still chained. Because if this man who had this business, I can tell you that if he had continued with the business, now he could have owned a supermarket or maybe a mall, because it was a developing area. But because of the community he grew up in, he never believed in himself. So he took the risk, and that was his end. So I titled the book Chains Beyond Borders. Chains Beyond Borders was born from stories, real life experiences, people told me, my personal experiences. It came from watching and listening to the realities of African immigrants who leave home with dreams of freedom and opportunity, only to find themselves bound by new kinds of chains. Chains of exploitation, discrimination, and invisibility. These are not just other people's stories. They are the stories of brothers and sisters, neighbors and friends. People whose courage often goes unseen. This book is my way of breaking that silence and giving voice to those who have been muted by systems that profit from their pain. The title Chains Beyond Borders speaks to a truth we rarely confront. The physical migration doesn't always mean liberation. Sometimes the borders we cross are replaced by new walls, social, economic, and emotional. But it also speaks of resilience, of how even in the darkest places, the human spirit finds ways to rise, to rebuild, and to reclaim dignity. This book is not just about pain, it's about hope. It's about shining a light on injustice, yes, but also on strength, solidarity, and possibility of change. Writing this book was not easy. There were moments when I questioned myself, moments when the weight of these stories felt too heavy to carry. But I reminded myself that silence is complicity. If we don't tell our own stories, someone else will, and they will tell them in the wrong way. So this book became an act of resistance. It became a way to say, we are here, we matter, and our experiences deserve to be heard and respected. So I wrote something on Africa and why Africa is the future. And as we reflected on these stories in the book, let us remember this. Africa is not a continent of pity. It is a continent of power. Africa is not behind. Africa is becoming. We have innovators, creators, and dreamers. Our youth are shaping technology. But the problem is the system that groomed us has a whole lot of errors and potholes in them. For instance, when you are a female child, when your parents buy you a doll, the doll will be white colored. Subconsciously, it grooms you into accepting the fact that maybe my color is not good. That is why you see young ladies in Africa now bleaching, not knowing their skin is the largest organ in their human body. And at the long round, they get illnesses. We grew up in a society when you go to school and you speak your local dialect, you get whipped for that. Subconsciously, it tells you, hey, your language is not good. We grew up in a society where people always tell us, travel, travel, travel. So by the time you get to a certain stage in life, you don't even know yourself as an African. You don't even believe in yourself. We grew up in a society that when you go to church, you see pictures of Jesus Christ as a white person. Subconsciously, it grooms you to accept the fact that God, the God that you are serving, is white. So how would you believe in yourself if you see that? We grew up in a society that when you watch movies, when they are portraying demons in those movies, they are always black. So subconsciously, this is the system that breeded us. And it has made us not to believe in ourselves. My hope is that Chains Beyond Borders will not just be read. It will be felt. That it will start conversations, shifts, perspectives, and challenges. And challenge the way we see migration, race, and belonging. For instance, when you go to Ghana, you see a lot of Chinese, Turkish, trooping in to establish businesses. But we don't see them. May it remind us that empathy is not optional, it is essential. And that freedom, true freedom, cannot exist if it is not shared by all. As we celebrate this lunch tonight, let us also celebrate the courage to speak, to write, and to act. Let us celebrate Africa, not as a wounded continent, but as a rising one. May this book be more than a publication. May it be a movement, a call to break chains, build bridges, and believe once again in the promises of our people. Thank you all from the bottom of my heart for being here tonight. Wow.
Wow, that was powerful. Unfortunately, it's so sad that sometimes we look down on ourselves, but this book has brought light to us. I quite remember some few weeks ago, in this news. You know, in our Ghanaian community, there's the young ones, when they are going to school, you have to cut all their hair down before you can enter the secondary school. And there was this young lady I saw, very beautiful young lady. I think she has kept her hair for so many years. It was so long. And then here it goes that she has to go to secondary school. She has to shave all her hair down. And she was crying whilst they were shaving. And I was like, when does this mentality come that you have to shave your hair? That when they teach you, you're going to understand it more. I mean, it doesn't make sense. So they were debating about it, and I was like, they have to change this law. Because I think it brings the confidence in the young ladies down. Because their confidence is in their hair, and then them going to school, they have to shave it all. I pray this book will get to one of our leaders. Amen. Yeah, and then it will change a lot of things for us. God bless you, CEO, for this powerful book. And I pray it's going to go far. It's going to go far. I did introduce myself. I'm Sarah, the MC for the night. And we have our lovely mama in our midst, Lady B. Give it up for her. God bless you for coming. You're looking so great. And we have also our resident pastor, Pastor Joe, also in our midst. God bless you for coming. And then we have Minister Doris in our midst. God bless you for coming. I'm sure George also has a special invited guest. I'll get their name. And also, I was surprised to see this anointed man. Oh my God. He's the papa of the house. I want us to be on our feet and acknowledge his presence. Come on, give a round of applause for our pastor, Bishop Isaac Basil. God bless you, Papa, for coming. Thank you. Okay, now I think it's time for a special musical interlude, led by GPB, the CEO. Hallelujah. Can you put your hands together for the band and the band as well? Enjoy yourself as you listen to this African music.
This composition is a mixture of Abacha, Adowa, and Highlife. It's called Isinkonyo. It was originally written by a friend of mine, Oroku, and then I twisted it a little bit. Unfortunately, I just got torn off my last string, but I'm going to manage to use it today. So let's go.
We need more. Oh, come on, do it better for them. That was powerful. Do it better. I didn't see anyone dancing. It's good to know. I just had this, that we have a special guest in our midst, Miss Ekuba and her husband. Ekuba and her husband. Councillor Cruz comes. Oh, Ekuba and her husband. Councillor Cruz comes. Oh, can you do it better for her? Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming. So much for coming. It's a great pleasure. Thank you. And then we have Nana Asante. Of Arrow. Oh, can you do it better for her? She's looking so beautiful. Thank you so much for coming. This shows that our brother did a good work. Very, very well. Thank you so much for coming to support this lovely program. At this moment, we are going to have a short discussion for 30 minutes, and it's going to be led by CEO again. So can you do it better for him as he comes back? Once again, just a short discussion.
Thank you. I think I said a lot when I came to talk about how I got to write this book. But I also need our views on whatever I said. Because when you come to Africa, I'm really much concerned about Africa because it is where we belong. And if we keep on running running from where we should live, I don't think it will get to the extent that we all want it to be. So, my first question is, if a business, a growing business, in Africa to Europe to come and hustle, should you leave a business, a growing business in Africa? Maybe some. Okay, mommy.
Thank you. First of all, congratulations on the book, because you brought something that will make us debate. But just to put things in context, I started a business in Ghana, I'll say around the time of the coup. So that is long before some of us are grey hairs. So if you remember the container store that was in Sawam Road at Achimota, Tessano, the first container store, Richardine. We started that. We were arrested 16 times. Tessano, the first container store, Richardine. We started that. We were arrested 16 times. Goods were seized. It was, so one thing is that if you've ever run a business in Ghana, you need to also look at how seized. It was, so one thing is that if you've ever run a business in Ghana, you need to also look at how we talked about Chinese, look at how we talked about Chinese, and I'm sad that he left. Because the thing is, if you need capital for business, if you're not able to get the capital, you start thinking, have I got a brother or a sister abroad who can send me money? And sometimes those who come here know that it's a struggle. The streets are not paved with gold. People are working 3-4 jobs, they're barely making their rent and etc. So that's the difficulty. But people back home think that life here is easier. Maybe he can get the capital. So in a sense, what I'm trying to say is that you are right to say that actually if you got a business, stay and face the business and grow it. But there are some real practical problems for our own people. And it's for that reason that together we need to change the status quo. We need to say that, why is it that a Ghanaian can't get money? When you think of it, when Nkrumah started, independence, he had Ghana Commercial Bank, a Greek Development Bank, because he was looking at how to empower the Ghanaian. We've just had African History Month. I don't call it Black History Month, it's African History Month. All people of African heritage need to remember that they are African at their core. That's true. So African History Month, when you look at some of our heroes, Marcus Garvey, he was teaching us that love Africa. We have the term Afrophilia, which don't love Africa and everything African. I love the way your shirt is there with the King District. We need to be proud of ourselves. And that is the beginning. But if the banks will we need to, Susu, what is Susu? It's a core thing. We need to start thinking, okay, you won't help us, you want to keep. We need to, Susu, what is Susu? It's a core thing. We need to start thinking, okay, you won't help us, you want to keep the money, we'll help each other. Thinking, okay, you won't help us, you want to keep the money, we'll help each other. It's just thinking, co-ops. So yes, we need to address the fact that people don't just get up and leave. Coming through Libya, crossing the Mediterranean, I remember we used to call it Mango Park, because that's a struggle. You come the hard route. So that is the reality. We need to also look at how we change the things which are there, which are not helping us. And so I think that is what we need to look at. And I'm sure others will have other things they need to add. So thank you.
Deep. Thank you for.
Is anybody else? Yes. 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 Okay, Bishop wants to.
Bishop.
Okay, Bishop wants to.
Bishop.
Thank you very much. Congratulations, George, and happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday.
We are very, very happy for what the Lord is doing through you. There's a very special book, very educative, and I believe this is going to be an eye-opener onto the Africans. You know, God has blessed Africa. We have so much. I know you have, there is something in you that you want to say. There is something in you that you want to tell the world. But I believe with time, it will all come out. You know, all the things that God, there is something in you that you want to tell the world. But I believe with time, it will all come out. You know, all the things that God, you know, just out of their comfort zone. You know, we all love Africa. I returned from Ghana a few weeks ago, and you know, home, sweet home.
Welcome, Bishop.
You know, when you go home, you feel at home. You get me? You know, our weather is so nice. You don't need to go through this cold. Some of you have to wake up, whether you like it or not, whether you are sick or strong, you have to get up. You don't have any option, because if you don't go, meanwhile, whilst back home, you are free. If you are not well, you know, at least some auntie or friends, you can go someone's home and they have cooked some nice banku or fufu and you can have something to enjoy. And so it is nice to be at home, but there is always something that will push somebody out of their comfort zone. Africa is so blessed. Let us look at what is happening in Nigeria recently. If those of you that are watching the news and also, Africa is so blessed. Let us look at what is happening in Nigeria recently. If those of you that are watching the news and also that Trump now wants to intervene, you know, on behalf of Christians. Now you can see that we are our own, and so the change beyond borders. You know, we need first to free our mind, to work on our mind, you know, from this mental slavery and from this wickedness, you know, and the cruelness, you know, from this mental slavery and from this wickedness, you know, and the cruelness. Some black people are very cruel. I'll say to government, you know, just like our, you know, before the, is it a coup, whatever, you know, they were running their business. And we can talk, you know, from the time of the Champons and all that up to the time of J.J. Rawlings. You get me? So people's schools were confiscated, people were beaten, and there are many people that run to the United Kingdom, you know, you get, during that time, I know Pastor Joe will have something to say.
Yes.
You get me? Yeah. Many people run from Ghana to seek, you know, greener pasture or to find protection over here because of how they were being treated unfairly. And so Africa is blessed, but we must all change our minds from greediness. Our politicians must change their minds from greediness and then learn to manage the resources that God has given to us well. Our politicians must change their minds from greediness and then learn to manage the resources that God has given to us well. You know, so that everybody will feel at home. If we treat our own very well, we will be comfortable. able to live in the land and also to invest, and to do well in the country. I know there are many people that are here that have raised some capitals that want to, are contemplating, should I go home and invest with it or whatever, but they are afraid. They are afraid what will happen to them. You get me? So it is good, we come here, the white man is more treating us, but to some people they would rather stay. You get me? So it is good, we come here, the white man is more treating us, but to some people they would rather stay here and use them. And so we need to change our mind. That is what I want to treating us, but to some people they would rather stay here and use them. And so we need to change our mind. That is what I want to hear and use them. And so we need to change our mind. That is what I want to, really talk about. We need to hear and use them. And so we need to change our mind. That is what I want to, really talk about. We need to change our mindset and be fair to others. God bless you.
Thank God for this book. As we were talking about it, we go through everything, but this one was very deep, and it becomes quite personal to you, and because maybe we've lived in Africa and we've seen what is happening or has happened before, and we are here. You picked on something about even the terms of getting money to do your business and all that. It's not just that. You find that even the interest rate is too high, and it's too, unnecessarily high, and it's an abuse in itself. So you cannot really move forward. So people feel that, the people that are running to this place feel that even if, say they don't have the status to even to live here, they are better off with certain, when they come and the kind of work they get, they have. Even, I've seen doctors, I've seen accountants, that things have, as